Good morning from sunny Birmingham. Today we are going to the Photography and Videography Show, where I'm going to be part of a panel on the fundamental stage where we talk about our journey as from amateur to pro photographer. I'll be joined by an amazing food photographer called Costa Milas and a standing wildlife photographer called Tesney Ward, and Ben Moore, which is top-class architectural photographer. So during that talk, we will explain our transition from amateur to pro, coming from the corporate world, moving to the creative world, of the challenges that we have, and is answering any question that the public might have. So the exhibition center is over there in front of this beautiful lake. I'm pretty well located with this hotel. As a speaker, I'm staying there in this hotel, which is quite convenient, only a 10-minute walk. So yeah, super happy and chuffed to do this talk today. I'll take you around as well of the show because there's a lot of brands you can have a discussion with and buy products at very, very much discounted rate. So we go walk around as well and also support all the creators that are doing their talk about their career and everything. So I always recommend, if you want to be a photographer, to come to this type of event because it's a good opportunity to network, speak with brands, especially if you run a YouTube channel. It's also a good business strategy to, if you want free product, to talk to this brand and ask them if you can give them a review for you to test their product. There's some cottages there by the lake. This is so cool. So an advice I will also always give is to share your experience when you're starting something new. So the reason why I'm speaking here at the photography show is because I wrote a Substack article where I was documenting the 90-day journey that I was taking from amateur to pro photographer. And then someone noticed this article and suggested that I apply here and pitch this idea. And this is how I got in. So simple things that you do about sharing your everyday life can take you very far. Because now I got invited here as a speaker, I get a lot of advantages, a lot of networking, brands are giving me discount. The show put me into a nice hotel here, so with breakfast included, everything. So, and also they are paying. So being a speaker is another way to increase your income if you are confident at doing it. It's not really hard. Like now it's going to be a panel, so it's a bit less daunting than doing a keynote. But also that when you know what you're talking about, it shouldn't be that stressful. When you get in, you have this little exhibition going on. Yeah, Photographer of the Year. Let's have a quick look on these amazing people. Oh, so cute. We are getting to the UK Black Female Photographer stand.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh my God, you haven't seen Mummy's pictures? Oh, okay. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. If you want jobs, work with brands, everything, always join a community.
Yes.
Because people will help you out.
Oh.
So definitely thanks to you.
Pleasure. I'm so upset I couldn't make.
So the legend, Alan Chara, is here because he launched the app where you can share your photo without ads and everything, just to encourage other creators. So I met him, he's so cool. It's like a legend, I love him. Very approachable man, very good guy actually. So yeah, so he's here. You can even print your pictures if you have any. Very cool.
I was married. I got married at the same year. Guess which anniversary I remember? Of course, my wedding.
Hi, I'm Marlene. I'm a portrait and lifestyle photographer. I'm based in London, and I just jumped into this world of pro photographer. So I just want to discuss about how to make the jump from amateur to pro photographer.
And it got to the point where, you know, I was starting to get enough interest to make me think, okay, this is something that I actually really enjoy, it's something that people are taking an interest in.
This is how I started taking pictures. Like I was doing some travel photography at the start, and then what made me made the jump is like one of the company I was working for went bankrupt. Then I moved to another company, and it was not the same culture anymore. And I was doing it for 15 years, and I'm a bit tired. I wanted a bit more freedom. And my photography, I was doing it on the side, so I was getting a bit more traction into that. And I wanted to do something more London-based, so I wanted to mix a bit of my travel background with working with brands. I love like shooting people doing things, so I trying to find that as a niche to do stuff, and I start getting traction. And then unfortunately or fortunately, I've been made redundant recently, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna take the jump and see how it goes. And then I wrote like a Substack article about the process of going from amateur to pro, and all the steps that I do every day to be able to make it happen. So I'll see how it goes. Yes, especially if you're shooting something that is not your specialty, it's not your niche, and you say, oh, maybe I want to try it. Sometimes you can undercharge a bit and see if you like it. And then, this one, in that occasion, but if something is really your niche and you are an expert in, usually I said, this is my price, and that's the experience you get, and this is what I can offer. No, I agree, you have to be mentally strong to be a creative, because it is up and down all the time. Especially now with social media, you always compare yourself to other people and everything, but you just have to keep your head straight if you can. I know it's easier said than done, but it's totally normal to have an imposter syndrome and compare yourself to other people. But you just have to keep going. It's like consistency is key. It's like going to the gym. You stay consistent and you just get it one day. So. Yeah, I used to have packages, but I removed that as well from my website because it just doesn't work. Like people have different needs, and so maybe for brands, independent. If you say if it's a starter, I have a certain range. If it's a scale up, I have another range, and if it's a big client as well. But I just write up a proposal, and then that's it. Yeah, I feel for me it's like giving up my social life because I'm always traveling. I'm always out. So people are always asking me, like, are you free next one? I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I need to edit, and like people don't really understand it. So it's hard sometimes. You don't lose them like in a real term because your friend will always understand that now you're like running a business and everything. But it's hard to give up sometimes on this. I feel like you need to do a lot of compromise to be able to edit, to go on a shoot, and to things like that. So I find that difficult, and I also sometimes the pricing for me is the most challenging. Pricing and marketing is the actual reality, especially marketing, because I used to live most of my life like by word of mouth, like people giving me photo shoot because someone told them about me. But now I have to do some outbound, and I really, like even sending 5 emails is like a nightmare to do. So marketing for me is pricing also, because people know of a friend, so they want to undercut you. But now I have to grow a thick skin and start saying no to these low prices. Yeah, I'll struggle on that. That's why I didn't make travel photography my main niche, because I wanted to take picture for pleasure and for myself when I do travel, instead of it being a commission. Actually, before I was taking photography seriously, I was also a YouTuber. So I was filming a lot of my travel video, and I fell like into a trap of always traveling to film a YouTube video, and I was not enjoying my holidays anymore. So I stopped that. So now when I travel, I take pictures, but just for myself. Yes, pretty much portraiture. When I travel, I do try to tell a story about the locals there. So I was doing portraits as part of my travel photography. So because I like photographing people doing things. So now I just do it for brands, like showcasing the brand kind of thing. For me, it's mostly through my website, because my Instagram still have some travel photography stuff. It's a bit of mix and match, and I'm trying to make it more consistent. It's really hard. And networking. I'm always out and about with a camera on me, and I speak to people. And because sometimes I also shoot events for friends and stuff like that. So this is how I mostly find clients, just being out and about, telling what I'm doing and what kind of photography I do. And this is really the key for me. The reason why I'm jumping in now is because of a package when you get made redundant as well. That gives you at least, I would say, 6 months of living expenses and stuff like that. And I want to make sure that every job that I make per month, at least I cover my rent as a minimum. So then you don't start dipping in your saving. I would say if you don't have any saving, personally I wouldn't take the risk. Maybe if I was younger, I would say, oh yeah, maybe I'll do it. But yeah, have a little bit of a cushion, at least 6 months worth of living expenses before you jump pro. And in my case, I'm also taking a calculated risk, like saying, if for whatever reason it doesn't work out, my old job will always be there, the financial industry will always be there, and I can always go back. It's just that I just don't want to live with regret of never have tried it, you know. But there's always, when there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way to make money and things like that. But always make sure to have a bit of a cushion, I would say. Yeah, there's definitely no shame on going back to work. I have a lot of friends who are also creative, and they're like 9 to 5, not for me and stuff. But I live in London. I mean, come on, you have to be realistic. If I have to go back to work, I will go back to work. But it will not stop me from following my passion either. So it's what it is. Oh, this is how you do the focus.
Yeah, just move this backwards and forwards.
Oh wow, that's super cool.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, big smiles!
Put them inside?
Yeah, so we'll develop them now. Just mix them ones in. A little bit.
Is that your developer?
Yeah. What's the, it kind of needs it maybe?
Oh wow.